Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good day in what's been a pretty miserable day here in the UK. Cold, rain, typical spring weather. But we've got a good football match to look forward to today. A live stream, live watch along, Leeds versus Millwall from Ellen Road. Leeds have been given an opening after two poor results from Leeds, a loss and a draw, dropping 5 points out of the last six. They've been given an opening because the two teams that were chasing them in the league in second and third position only drew, although that took Sheffield United above Leeds. Leeds, if they win tonight, can go 2 points above them, and with a superior goal difference, it puts them in charge at the top again. So Leeds have really got to step up today. If anyone did watch the game against Portsmouth at the weekend, you would see that Leeds were out-muscled in that game, outran and out-fought. Thank you. Outran, out-muscled and out-fought. And in the end, just one goal separated the two teams. But to be fair, Leeds had plenty of chances and just didn't capitalise on any of them. So that'll be one of the areas that they're looking to improve tonight. That's getting the goal in the back of the net, the ball in the back of the net. You're not going to win without putting it in the back of the net, and Pirro's got to improve. He had a poor game in front of goal. Leeds probably going to expect another game similar tonight with Millwall. They're going to fight and battle hard and make it very difficult for Leeds, and Leeds have got to be able to overcome that. They weren't able to against Portsmouth, but I think that the manager over the last couple of days will have talked to his players. They would have discussed what happened at Portsmouth and how they got outfought and outran. And I don't expect it to happen today. And Leeds have made one change from the game on Sunday, and it's not an unexpected one. Joe Rothwell comes in for Ilya Gruev. Rothwell's a bit more of a fighter, but he's also creative, and he'll go forward and create chances as well. So I think it's a good move by Farker. So we'll look at the teams as it is. Both teams playing a 4-2-3-1 formation again. Now Leeds start with Melier in goal. They have a back four of Bogle, Rodon, Strauch and Fairpost, so that's unchanged. Rothwell was playing on the right-hand side of midfield. Tanaka moves across to the left-hand side. We have Solomon, Aronson and James. Solomon, Aronson, the two wingers. Aronson, the number 10, and Pirro up front. I think that Aronson's been looking a bit jaded of late, and he's probably in need of a rest. So it's probably a good job that the international break's coming up soon. But he needs to affect the game more than he's done over the last few weeks, and hopefully he'll do that today. As far as Millwall are concerned, they have Jensen in goal. Then they have Harding, Tanganga, Cooper and Bryan at the back four. The two holding midfielders are Denor and Saville. Honeyman and Aziz, your wingers will get up in support of Ivanov, and Kundl will play at the number 10 position. So that's the two teams. Millwall certainly have got a few injury worries to worry about, but the manager has been blowing his trumpet about how they've got the voodoo on Leeds. So that'll work one way or the other. It'll either fire Leeds up for a good game tonight, or they might listen to him and end up bombing out again. But that remains to be seen. So thanks to everyone who's joined us so far. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good day in what's been a pretty miserable day. If you're not a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button and the like button. It just helps the channel grow and just allows me to be able to keep providing content and these watch-alongs. So that'd be much appreciated if you become a subscriber. If you're not, if you want to get involved with the channel, you can get involved with the live chat. If you've got anything to say regarding this game tonight, team-wise, anything you've noticed about Sunday that could be carried over into this game for Leeds, or if you just want to give us a score prediction, get it in now. Let us know what you think. We can discuss it before the game starts because we've still got 10 minutes before kick-off. The coverage hasn't started on the TV yet, but we know one thing for certain: it'll be a massive crowd there over in Leeds. It'll be a cold day with a wet pitch, so it'll be good for passing. Leeds' passing game and getting the wingers down the sides. There's one thing that I noticed about Sunday was that Solomon playing on the left wing there. They were hitting balls high up to him, and now that's not his game, Solomon. He wants the ball to feet, or he wants the ball played round the fullback so he can chase down and use his pace to get in there. And he was a little bit ineffective, was Solomon, on Sunday. So, again, I expect that'll have been tactically changed, and Leeds will be up for this. They've got to be. They've got to take advantage of this now. You know, even a draw would take them back to the top of the league, but they don't want that. They want to need a win now. There's only 10 games to go, and it's all on now. It's all or nothing for Leeds. Like they said, there's big plans for Leeds if they get back into the Premier League. If they don't, and they lose some more of the parachute payment, it could be a difficult season again next year. There certainly will be some selling of players, and Leeds won't be as strong as they have been, and they've got to compete with the teams that will come down, and they'll be at a disadvantage. So they've got to get up this time. They can't afford not to. That's my opinion anyway. But you've got a different opinion. You can tell me all about it in the chat. Get your comments in now. Be happy to read them and we can discuss them before the game gets underway. 6 or 7 minutes away from that now. I'll just get the timer set up. Just bear with me a sec while I get the timer set up for the first half, and then we can concentrate on the game and whatever else we've got. Just set that back to 0. Put that back there. There we go. All done. All done. I think that's everything. Yeah, it appears to be. So, like I say, get involved. Get on the chat there. Let us know what you've got to say. Even if you've got a score prediction, I'm expecting a tight game today. I don't expect it to be easy for Leeds. I'm going to go for a 2-0 to Leeds. I think if Leeds could get a goal early on, then it could go more than that. But the longer it goes, the more I'll worry again, like I did on Sunday. The longer it goes, the more chance that the opposition side's going to nick one. And that happened with Portsmouth. It can happen at any time. So Leeds have got to get in front early, put the pressure on Millwall to come out and actually go for a goal themselves, leaving space at the back for Leeds to hit back on the counter-attack. But whether that's the case or whether that will happen, I don't know. Notice that Millwall have only got 300 fans travelling today. It's not like them. They've sent a huge proportion of their allocated tickets back to Leeds. So there may be a few extra Leeds fans in the ground tonight. But we're not far away from kick-off now. Just 5 minutes away. If you want to get a score prediction in, let us know what you think. I'm thinking 2-0 to Leeds. If you're a Millwall fan, let me know what you think. Millwall have beaten us twice this season already, so they won't be worrying about this game, that's for sure. Can they do the hat-trick? Can they spoil Leeds' promotion plans again? 5 minutes to go. We're just waiting for the teams to come out now. Massive crowd in again there. So they're all wrapped up though, so it must be cold there in West Yorkshire. Fans standing up now, so players must be on the way in a minute. Maybe not. There's nothing happening yet. Not on the tunnel cam. So two nil's my prediction. What do you think? Let me know. Get involved in the live chat. Let us know what you think. All top messages in the chat will be put on the screen for everybody to see, so we can all discuss them. Looks a lovely pitch there at Elland Road. Looks like a green carpet. If you can't play football on that, you can't play football at all. Compared to how it used to be a few years ago, it's one thing that the Premier League has produced, and that's fantastic playing surfaces, which is great to see, because we all want to see good football. The teams are coming out now. The referee's leading them out. Leeds in their all-white kit as the home team. Millwall, they've got the training tops on, but they're in obviously a change kit. It's like an olive green shorts, olive green socks. I don't know about the shirt itself because they've got the training tops on at the moment. Just walk into the centre and then they'll go through the preliminaries of handshakes and what have you. But we're not far off kick-off now, so still a chance to get your comments in if you want. You expect a tight game here? Or do you expect Leeds to run away with it? Let me know what you think. I think there's a few of those players today for Leeds, and we'll have a point to prove because there was quite a lot of them that was off their game on Sunday, which did contribute to their loss. Al Tanaka didn't have the best of games, probably his worst game in a Leeds shirt. Bit of a bad time to have one as well. I mean, Joel Puro missed 2 or 3 chances to have scored. I know that the goalkeeper for Portsmouth, Smith, had a really good day and kept his side in it because Leeds could have ran away with it at one stage. He made a few good saves and kept the Leeds forwards out. It's got to be said. I think him and the winger, the left winger for Portsmouth, I forget his name now, they were probably man of the matches. Excuse me while I get a slurp of tea. Both teams now are in their respective halves. The two managers just politely shake hands. Daniel Farker is certainly dressed up to keep the warmth in because it's a cold night. Leeds in their all-white kit with blue trim, Red Bull logo on the chest. See Millwall, what their shirts are like now. They've got it looks like it's all green. I think they're swapping ends. Leeds just getting into the huddle for final words from the captain. Yeah, Millwall are in all green. It's olive green, sort of. Yeah, it's an olive green. But it's all green. Socks, shirts, shorts. So we're not far off kick-off now. Looks like Leeds are going to be kicking from right to left in this first half. Referee just points, blows his whistle, and Leeds get the game underway. Strauch gives it to Meslier. He lays it out to the right to Rodon, who plays it down the line. James goes down. Ball ends up back in the hands of, well, not in the hands, it's at the feet of Jensen, and he drills one long. It's a free header for Fairpo. And he gets it back, this Fairpo. Tries to get it down to Solomon, but there's a bit of a confusion between them. Millwall have it on the right-hand side. It's Dino. It's got a cross in. It's gone back to him in the box. Honeyman moving it back out. Harding. His cross is blocked by Fairpo and it goes out for a corner. Harding really getting up front there. I thought he was one of the wingers to start with, but it's a corner on the right-hand side, and Honeyman's going to take this corner from Millwall. It's going to be a right-footed away swinger. Chance for him to put it right under Mellier's nose and test him out early on. Hands up, cross comes in to the back post. It's flicked away by Strauch. Goes back to the halfway line. It's swung back in to the right-hand side, but it's cut out by Pirro. Honeyman then got the ball from Pirro's header, crossed it in, and it's cleared away. Only half away. It's on the Millwall left-hand side now. It's brought to the right foot and crossed in. It's a free header there against Strauch, who slipped. It was a Cooper who got it, maybe. Anyway, his header went high, looping over the bar. It's obviously one of the tactics of Millwall is to get crosses in as quickly as they can whenever they get the ball. Worked for Portsmouth, and obviously Millwall are going to carry on with that one. Tanganga has the ball now, gets out wide to the right. That's Harding. Harding plays it inside. Goes back to Denode, but it's been pinched. Rothwell comes away, gives it to Pirro, back inside to Rothwell. He's into the area, is he? No, Solomon's got it though. Can he cross it? He can, and it goes in. And Leeds have scored early on, and I think that was a poor mistake by the goalkeeper. But it's a goal for Leeds anyway, and they took the lead early on, just exactly what Leeds wanted. I think the goalkeeper came off his line expecting a cross cut back, and it wasn't. It was played along his goal line, and he tried to save the ball, and I think he deflected it with his right hand into his own net, and I think he probably found that's an own goal. You'll see it now, Rothwell. He has the ball taken off him, but it goes to Solomon, and he did, yeah. The goalkeeper came off his line expecting the ball to be cut back, and Solomon played it inside him along the goal line, and the goalkeeper stuck out a right hand and deflected it into his own net, and that's an own goal. But it's a Leeds who go ahead. It's a great start for Leeds. Cooper on goal, it goes down as. Ball's headed back to Meslier by Strauch. Meslier rolls the ball out to the right to Rodon. He goes down the line for James. He's closed down quickly as James, but almost had the ball there, did Bogle. Goes out for a throw to Leeds, though. Bogle's going to take it. Bogle to Aronson, back to Bogle. Bogle going back towards his own goal, looking for an angle to give it to Meslier. He does, who's going to have to drill it first time. Left-footed. It goes out into the crowd. The camera just showing Daniel Farker is deadpan face as usual. The throw's not been taken yet. It's just thrown in now. Bogle gets his foot in. Ball goes backwards to halfway. Then it's drilled forward long. It bounces over the top of Fairpo, lets it go, and it bounces out for a goal kick. So Millwall looking to get crosses in as quick as they can, whenever they can, and to get forward as quick as they can, trying to catch Leeds on the turn. I think with it being a bit damp and wet all day, that the pitch is a bit greasy, and those long balls are skipping off the turf and skipping away from the players chasing them. It's going to be a long kick from Meslier this time. Unusual to see this early on from Leeds. Drops at Pirro, but Pirro's holding his face as if he got a poke in the eye or something. The ball ends up back with Jensen. He plays it long to the halfway line. Strout goes up, wins a header. Tanaka gets the loose ball, plays out to Fairpo. Fairpo gives it to Solomon, gets it all back, going out to Tanaka, but he's slipped. Millwall come back. Ivanovic, cross, deflected. Was it deflected? No, the referee gives a goal kick. I thought maybe Strout had got a foot to that. I think Honeyman thought it had done as well. Just waiting for this goalkeeper to be taken. Meslier feinted to play it short, and then he's waved everybody forward, and it's going to be another long goal kick. Left-footed down the left-hand side. Pirro's slow moving off to it, and so you get a free head there from Tanganga, but his header is so far it goes straight back through to Meslier. Meslier eventually picks the ball up, underarms it to Strauch coming down the left-hand side. He's got Solomon in support. Solomon gets it. He comes back inside. Gives it to Tanaka, to Rodon, to Bogle on the right-hand side now. The far side. Back to Rodon. Back inside. It's Bogle. Bogle goes back to Tanaka. It's playing deep is Tanaka. Tanaka goes back to Rodon. Rodon goes to the right. It's given away though. Given away. The ball was meant for Aronson. He's given a foul away as he tried to win the ball back. It's taken quickly down the left-hand side. Aziz with Bogle and James, who came back to support Bogle. Bogle's won the ball back and then was fouled as he won the ball. The ball went out for a throw, but the referee's given the free kick. Just seeing that goal again. Yeah, I mean that ball wasn't going in. It's a goalkeeper's own goal. They're saying here that it's Jake Cooper's own goal, but I don't think so. It went in because Jensen touched it in. Leeds attack down the right-hand side. James is almost into the corner flag there. He's tripped up and fouled. And it's a free kick to Leeds in a dangerous position. James and Bogle having a word between each other. It's Aronson who played the ball in down there, and he's fouled by Brian on that far side. Chance for Leeds to put some pressure on again. Second goal here would be great. Rothwell's going to take it, and we know he can deliver a good ball. It's another advantage of bringing him in for Gruev. Ten minutes gone. Rothwell about to take this free kick. Hands in the air. It's got to be a good delivery. And it comes now. So a short one to the near post that was headed away. Rothwell gets the ball back though, gives it to Tanaka. Has to go back to the halfway line to Bogle. Bogle gives it back to Rothwell. He comes inside and through the midfield. Plays a good ball to Fairpo. Gets it back. Then tries to put Solomon in, but it was... Solomon was hanging out on the edge of the box and Rothwell played it in the inside left position and Solomon was never going to reach that and it was jockeyed out for a goal kick. You could see what he was trying to do though, but Solomon was hanging outside the box for the ball to his feet. Long goal kick, headed up by Bogle. It's played on by the Millwall midfielder, but it's so long it goes through to Melier. Melier rolls it underarm. Tanaka plays out to Fairpo. Fairpo gives it to Strauch, who plays it inside to Tanaka. Bit of time, Tanaka on the edge of the box there. Can pick himself a pass out. He's looking for Rodon to get forward. He does eventually, and then Rodon gets the ball. Bogle made a run forward there. Dan James has got it. Bogle gets it on the right-hand side, plays it inside, but it's cut out. Bogle tries to win the ball back. Tanaka does, but it's at the expense of a throw on that far side. Still in the Millwall half. Bogle just trying to pick a pass out, but goes all the way back to Jensen. He's under pressure from Dan James. He almost took it off him as well. And then it's closed down again, does Pirro there for the clearance of Tanganga. And it goes out for a throw on this near side to Millwall. He's walking forward. He's walking forward, is Harding. He must have pinched 10 yards there, walking forward. Leeds putting the pressure on. It's played out to the right-hand side, but Bogle's going to get that. It was a battle with Aziz. Bogle won the ball, but it went out for a throw. Sam Chambers in one of the Leeds subs tonight. He's just got his new contract now. He's turned 18. He's probably having a good game so far, but whether he'll get on or not, he might get on if Leeds can stick 3 or 4 in and be well out of sight. He might get a run out. Melier has the ball for Leeds. Gave it to Rodon. Rodon gave it back to Melier. Melier's giving it back to Tanaka. He's under pressure. Plays it out to Rodon on the right. Bogle. Aronson. Back to Tanaka. Rothwell wants it. Gives it straight back to Tanaka. Aronson gets it. Gives it to Rothwell. There's a run through the middle there. It's Bogle. Still chasing for it. Goes down, does Bogle. He's holding his right thigh now. I hope he hasn't injured. He's in the box. Leeds still have the ball with Dan James, though. It's a bit tight there. There's a few tackles going in from these Millwall players. It's cleared away. Aronson wins that ball, gives it to Pirro. Solomon, Jaden Bogle's coming back now. He's got up on his feet, but he's limping back into play. But never stops it. Leeds didn't pick the ball out, did they either? So it didn't do him any favours. Dan James then. It was sold short, was Dan James, but a pass by Rothwell. Bogle gets back. wins the ball. Dan James has committed the foul though. Free kick given. Aziz. I think Bogle seems to have ran that injury off now. Certainly getting himself forward in that inside right position. That's the channel that he's running. Tanganga, is that Harding? That's Tanganga's got the ball there. Gives it back to Jensen. Right footed across to the far side, but Leeds have won it back with Bogle. Bogle goes down, free kick given. Takes the ball quick, gives it to Rodon. Rodon goes all the way back to Mellier. Rodon. Mellier. Mellier gives it to Tanaka. Gets it to Rodon, to Tanaka, back to Rodon. Rodon goes back to Mellier as Millwall put the press on. Comes out to the left-hand side now. It's Strauch. He's got Fairpo in support. He's got Solomon if he needs him. He goes back to Rothwell, who's come deep for it. Drifting into the centre of the pitch, still in the Leeds half. Rothwell has it back. Rodon. Going forward. Chips one down the line, looking for Dan James. Can he keep it in? It didn't. It goes out near the corner flag. It's a throw over on the far side. Leeds have the ball on the left. Mano Solomon gives it to Fairpo. Fairpo has to go back under pressure to Strauch, and Strauch is going to go to Mellier. Mellier plays it inside to Tanaka, but Millwall certainly playing a higher line there, and you had to go back to Mellier. Rodon has the ball now, gives it to Bogle. Bogle goes down the line, his pass is blocked, but he picks the ball up again and he's running down that right-hand side now. Has to check back and gets a pass to Dan James. Dan James is down again. Aronson tries to win the ball back and can't. Goes back on that left-hand side for Millwall. Almost back to the penalty box. Dan James tries to get in quickly, can't do it. Ball goes long, headed down by Bogle. Picked up by Tanaka, gives it to Bogle, who plays it back down the line straight away. Dan James tries to flick it on, doesn't touch it. Aronson almost wins the ball back. Goes out to the right-hand side for Harding, but it's too far in front of him. Mellier can come out of his goal and then retrieve the ball and then bring it back in. Harding was clear and free on that right-hand side there. Fairpo tucked inside. Hadn't noticed the ball going out wide. Comes out to Strauch now on his left-hand side, going forward. Crossing halfway, plays it inside. Pirro flicks it on under pressure from Tanganga, and Millwall picked the loose ball up. It was Honeyman who played the ball inside. The ball was deflected by Fairpo, and it goes out for a throw just inside the Leeds half on the near side, the Millwall right. I think that's Harding who takes it. Has to dig it out with his feet. Goes back to Tanganga. He goes all the way back to Cooper. Cooper goes out left, but Bogle intercepts the ball, but it just runs away from him and he can't keep it in on the far side and it just runs out for a throw. Pity, if he'd have brought that under his control, he had the acres of space in front of him. Tanganga goes out to the right to Harding. He nods it inside for Honeyman, but Strout dispossesses him, gives it to Solomon, who comes inside. He's got Dan James out to the right side. Can he get it to him? He's fouled. He is. He's run right across the pitch. And the free kick's given. I think Leeds might have taken that quickly, and they have done. Rothwell's got it. Gives it to Strout. Strout can go inside. It's tried to be flick it on. Pirro might win that, and he does win it. Just couldn't get it out from underneath his feet. Jensen. His ball's headed in. It's with Aronson now. Aronson on the inside left. He's got a chance of a shot. He hits one at the near post, and Jensen keeps it out, but it's one that he should have really collected. It was straight at him, and he's just palmed it round the post. Aronson was never going to score from that position, from the inside left position there. The angle was too tight. And at the back post there, if he had squared it, well, Dan James was free. It's a corner that Rothwell's going to take right-footed in swinging. And it comes now. It's a good one. It's a free header. It's flicked away. Tanaka almost won the ball back. That's well played by... Well, it's Kundal who did well to keep the ball under control, but Leeds have got the ball back, working hard to get it back. Fairpo, who's tucked inside of on that right-hand side now. Rothwell, Solomon plays it inside to Pirro, gets it back to Solomon. Pirro goes down the line, but he has to go back, does Solomon, to Rothwell, to Tanaka, back to Strout. Strout tries putting Solomon over the top. Can he keep it in? He can. His left-footed cross is not the best, and it's headed away. Cooper, then it's drilled down the line, but the header is won by Strouk, and Leeds pick the ball back up again, and they're dominating possession at the moment, Leeds. As soon as Millwall get it out of their danger area, it's coming straight back at them again, and here's Fairpo down the left-hand side. He checks back and gives it back to Tanaka, inside to Pirro with a bit of space in front of him. Running into the middle, he's going to go for a right-footed shot. You can see what he was doing. It's well wide, but you could see that he's got into his right foot and he was trying to curl one into that top left-hand corner, but ambitious from that distance out. You'll see the replay again. Yeah, he didn't wrap his foot round it, Pirro, and he sliced it, 6 or 7 yards wide. Could do with a goal today, Pirro, after missing a few the weekend. Ball goes up, won by Fairpo, who's tucked right inside there. He's not out on the left-hand side anymore. The ball goes high, headed away by Tanganga, bounced off of Tanaka's head. The ball comes out to the right to Harding. He's going to put the ball out because there's a player down. Is it Honeyman? Just sat down in the centre circle there. Thanks to everyone who's joined us so far on the stream tonight. If you're not a subscriber, please just nip across there and hit that subscribe and the like button. It does help the channel grow. Just helps us to continue producing content like we are doing at the moment. Not missing anything while Honeyman is getting a bit of attention. Players just taking the chance to rehydrate. Manager Neil is just giving his players a few instructions, tactical instructions. Still down is Honeyman. You're not missing anything. Well, there's an injury to the Millwall player Honeyman. He's down in the centre circle. So everybody's just trying to rehydrate while he gets his attention. It looks like maybe his game is over because the substitutes board's out, so he must be going to come off. He is still down, and that's worrying when they're down for this length of time. Usually means that it's something that's game ending. He's trying to get up now. Is it going to be helped up? He is going to be helped up. Is he going to be able to carry on? He's walking a bit gingerly. Is he going to try and run it off? I don't look like it. He's taken his socks down and took his shin pad out, so Honeyman's going to be substituted. So Honeyman goes off. Unfortunate for him, but these things do happen in games. Just waiting to see who the substitution's going to be. Whoever the substitution is still not got himself ready yet, and Honeyman's taken an age to get off. I mean, he's barely walking. He's stopped on the pitch, and I think the referee's having a word with him saying, get off, we want to get the game started again. Doesn't matter if you haven't got your substitute ready, get off the pitch. He's politely helping him off. It's going to be number 8 who's coming on. Don't know his name yet. Boos ringing round Ellen Road because of the length of time that they took to get the substitution done. He has done that. I was just thinking exactly the same thing that the commentators have said, that Honeyman has virtually done the funeral march to get off, allowing Mitchell to get ready. Anyway, the ball is back in play, and it's gone all the way back to Jensen. It's swung across from the left to the right, brought down on his chest by Harding. Played it inside, but Leeds have picked the ball up with Rothwell. Rothwell lays it back to Straucher, goes across to Rodon. Rodon gives it to Melier. Rodon has it, plays it inside. Tanaka gets it back. There's Rodon. Goes across to Strauch in the centre there. Rothwell's come deep for it. Rodon gives it inside to Pirro, lays it forward, and it's Hoyt high in the air. I don't know what that was all about. Dan James try to win it against the big centre half. He hasn't got a chance, but Fairpo has the ball now on the left, gives it to Solomon. He has to lay it back to Rothwell. Rothwell plays it across to Tanaka. He's got a chance of a shot here. He does it, a good shot, and the goalkeeper flies across his goal, and the ball's only just wide. That was a great effort from outside the box. It opened up for him, and he did right to have a shot, and he wasn't far wide. We'll see how far wide he was from this. Oh, yeah. What's happened is he's just hit across that ball, and it put a bit of a away swing on it because it started off on target, but the away swing took it wide of the post. Just hit it across it too much, did Tanaka, but a good effort. Bogle battling for the ball, but that's Aziz who's got away from him. Aronson tried to win the ball back, but they're forcing Millwall back. Goes back to Jensen. He's going to give it to Tanganga. Goes out to Mitchell, the substitute. Fairpo's straight in on Harding, and the throw is given to Leeds, quite rightly too, halfway in the Millwall half on this near side, the Leeds left. Rothwell's seen a lot of the ball so far. His heat maps showed him all over the place. Fairpo goes down, he's pushed over by Tanganga, and it's a foul. It's taken quickly by Leeds, like they usually do. It's given to Rodon. He leaves it for Rothwell. Aronson gives it back to Rothwell. He gives it to Dan James. He comes inside, plays Pirro in. 1-2 with Pirro. Pirro's got a chance. He must be in on goal. He scores, does he? And he does score. And that's a superb finish by Pirro. And great play. There's an offside. Well, somebody must have been offside there. It's been disallowed. It was a superb move between Leeds as well. No, that's not offside. That's a poor decision by the linesman. It's Aronson. But he was level. He wasn't offside there. I think that's a poor decision by the linesman. VAR wouldn't have rolled that out. That's an awful decision. Leeds should have been 2-0 up. Away again is Dan James as the ball slowly gets its way through to Jensen. He has to hit it high. Tanaka wins the ball. Pirro picks it up, gives it to Fairpo. Fairpo gives it inside to Solomon. It's sort of like blasted at him, that, and his touch took the ball up in the air, did Solomon. Allowed the Millwall to get back in, but Leeds have won the ball back again. Played it inside to Fairpo. Fairpo couldn't make that. It was behind him. And in the end there, Strout gets in there on Saville. I think the fourth official is having a word with the manager, Neil, there, and saying, tell your players to keep their mouths shut. Really got a mouthful from one of the Millwall players there. It's a throw over on the far side for Millwall. Millwall trying to get a few passing movements in between, but Leeds are in tight on them all the time. They're snapping at them as soon as they get the ball. Ball's gone back and across to Tanganga. He gives it to Harding, but Leeds are pressing up on him. And Leeds do they win the throw? And the referee's giving it the opposite way. Just short of the halfway line. Harding's going to take it on this near side. He has to go all the way back to Tanganga, who's had to go all the way back to Jensen. He's going to hit it first time. It doesn't go very far. It goes high, but not far. Tanaka gets a piece of the ball. Aronson does well. Goes down. He isn't fouled. Yes, he is fouled. Didn't think the referee was going to give it. But Saville has committed the foul and the referee has given it. It's back with Rodon. Give it to Rothwell, who's on that right-hand side. Moving forward, plays it inside. Aronson coming all the way across, slides in Fairpo. Fairpo's going to get a cross into the back post. It's a free header out, though. It's a bit of an aimless cross. But Leeds have won the ball back there. It's well done by Tanaka. Kundl gave the free kick away as he tripped Tanaka up, and it's a free kick to Leeds in the centre circle. And he left his foot in there, did Kundl. Knew what he was doing. Dan James. Rodon. Rothwell. He goes all the way across to the left. It's Junior Fairpo. Brings it down. He plays it across the box to Rothwell. Rothwell coming back the way Fairpo had just come and has to lay it back to Solomon. Just on that right-hand side. He has to go across. It's Tanaka. He plays it to Dan James, who's come out for the ball. There's a run from Bogle there, but Bogle's not going to reach that. Played into the box in the inside right channel, and you can see what they were doing there, trying to get Bogle in round the back. But it's just a bit overhit. Header won by Tanaka again. Ball's played high over to the left-hand side. It's a throw to Leeds as Bogle lets it go out. Bogle takes the throw. Millwall head the ball back in. Bogle again. Ball still hasn't gone out there. It's tight on that line there. It's flicked inside. Aronson battling for the ball. Tanaka has it. Still kept inside. It's played out to the right now. It's Harding, but Fairpo's going to win it. No, Fairpo's let it go through his legs, and Harding's wins a corner. That's a goal kick. It must have deflected off Solomon back onto Harding and then gone out. Fairpo flicks the ball on. Ball comes inside, hits the back of the referee and blows the up. It's going to be a drop ball. Drops it at the feet of the Millwall player Saville, and it's back on the halfway line. So Cooper gets it out to the left-hand side. Aziz in support, gives it to Aziz. He has to come back inside. Played back inside the Millwall half. Strout putting the pressure on. Cundle there, he had to go back. It's back with Cooper. Harding, who was playing high up the pitch, he's coming inside this time, drifting across the middle, tries to give a pass through. It doesn't go through Bogle though. Leeds win the ball back, and Pirro and James get in each other's way. And then Pirro tried to play a ball out to the left-hand side. His pass, and there's a second pass from Pirro. It's gone astray as well. Two scruffy passes there from Pirro that didn't get away, and now they're away down the left-hand side, Millwall. Aziz gets his cross in, but there's nobody at the back post there. Goes all the way across the 6-yard box, across the goal. I think he's got a legitimate claim there, Aziz, to say, well, why won't anybody attacking the back post? Fairpo has the ball now. Tries to play it down the line. Solomon dummies it. Pirro was having his shirt pulled by Tanganga. It's a throw to Leeds on the halfway line. Rothwell Plays it inside to Aronson, goes out to Bogle. Bogle has to come back inside. Tanaka. Back to Strauch, back to Tanaka. And give it to Rodon, gives it back to Tanaka. Plays inside the centre circle to Rothwell. Then across to Strauch. Then to Fairpose, well forward. Solomon's tucked inside. Gets it. Tries to play a ball through the middle there, but it hits Denode. Millwall pick the ball up. Cooper spreads it left. Dan James quickly on, wins the ball. There's no foul, and Dan James has got a chance to run at the defence now. He's into the box. He cuts inside, still in the box. Left-footed cross is blocked though. He gets the ball back again. He's back inside the box again. Another left-footed shot. This time it's well over the bar. One shot, whether that was a shot or a cross by Dan James there. I tend to think that it was probably a cross because it was just floated wide of the far post. And 41 minutes gone. Leeds have had the lion's share of the possession. Should have been 2-0 up. Fairport, Pirro goal that was disallowed for offside on Aronson, which was harsh. Ball's down the line. Referee's given a free kick. Ball must have gone out or something, I don't know. It's getting a throw to Leeds. Bogle takes it, gives it to Tanaka. Bogle's had the ball back. Goes long down the line looking for Dan James, but it's probably closer to Rodon. Solomon. But the ball's drilled forward by Jensen. Picked up by Aziz. Give and go from Aziz down the line. But Leeds win the ball back. Tanaka in support. Go down the line, will he? Yes, he does. Goes out for a throw. I don't know how far it went out. How far it went down the line before it went out for a throw, but it is a throw to Millwall. It's on the halfway. Tanganga coming across to the right, crosses the halfway line. Gives it to Harding. It's Mitchell. Gives it to Cooper. Cooper goes down the left-hand side looking for Aziz. Aziz heads the ball back. It's a nudge in the back. And then a foul. Tanaka. Free kick to Millwall. Probably going to be a good 4 minutes of added time in this first half, you would imagine. It's a free kick away on that far side there. Chance for it to be lobbed into the box, left-footed. Leeds holding the line on the edge of the 18-yard box. In it comes now. It's a deep one. As Tanganga got up above everybody. He got his head to it, but he couldn't do much more than just let it drop into the goal kick. He got up, but it's not one of those. It's so floated that you can't attack them. There's no pace on the ball at all, and that was the problem for Tanganga there. Mellier going to go along with this kick. Pretty central. Aronson's beaten to it. Comes out to the right-hand side. Solomon's challenging. Harding has the ball. Goes back to Mitchell. He spreads it to the left to Aziz in a bit of space. He's got Bogle in front of him now. He's doing a couple of step-overs. Gets an early cross that's deflected. And it's a corner. It's a corner on the left-hand side for Millwall. It's Saville who's going across there to take this one. 4 minutes, as I thought. 4 minutes added time. Where Saville's lining up, it's going to be a left-footed away swinger. And it comes now. It's on penalty spot. It's a free header there. Cooper, almost on the penalty spot, and he just headed it wide. Disappointing for him there. He had a chance to put that on target at least. Yeah, there was a huge foul there by Tanganga. He just ran at Dan James and just pushed him over. And if that had gone in, that would have counted. But if VAR had seen that, it would have been ruled out. How come the referee's not seeing that? It goes on all the time, but I mean that was just so blatant. It wasn't even hidden. He just ran at him and pushed him over. Anyway, it goes down the line now from Strauch. It's well brought down by Solomon. He's got nobody with him though. He's got 2 men around him, and he's going to have to go back, which he does do, to Rothwell, into the centre of midfield where Tanaka is. He's drifting across to the right hand side. He can give it to Bogle. He does do. But Bogle's got to come back. There's no space on those wings. Tanaka has it. Rothwell gives it back to Dan James, drifting inside from that right. He's passed through what's meant for Pirro. He's cut out. And Millwall come away with the ball. Play the ball long that Strauch brings down on his chest, gives it to Rodon. And Leeds can come forward again. Well played by Tanaka to get the ball across to Rothwell. He feeds Fairpaw on this left-hand side. Has to wait for Rothwell to come back to him. Fairpaw wasn't willing to have a run down that wing. Aronson, pass is deflected and goes back to Aronson, who gives it to Bogle. Fairpaw now was a bit deeper. His left-footed cross is a poor one. Don't even get off the floor. Harding cut it out, played the ball forward. Still deep in the Millwall half. Leeds putting the pressure on again. Harding chips one forward. Ivanovic tries to... Well, Fairpaw's gone down under another challenge there with Saville. Saville's holding his back. Don't know what Fairpaw's holding his stomach by the looks of things. I think the referee's given the foul to the free kick to Millwall. Saville's got up. Fairpaw's still down. Saville turned his hip as they both came into contact, and Fairpaw got a bony hip in the stomach, and he'll have come out worse out of that. He'll have felt that one. Fairpaw's up and running again, though, probably a bit winded. As we're into the last minute of the added time, it's going to be a free kick that's drilled long and left, headed away by Rodon, I think that was. Back on the halfway line with Millwall. Fairpaw heads it back. Picks up by Dan James, it bounces in front of him, but Aronson's managed to bring it down, but then he's surrounded by Millwall players and he has the ball taken off him. And that's half time. Leeds have the lead at half time, but it's not been the greatest of games so far. Leeds have had a lot of possession and really should. They're ahead because of an own goal from the goalkeeper Jensen. Should have been 2-0 up. A perfectly good, in my opinion, goal from Pirro was ruled out for an offside on Aronson. But it is what it is, and it's 1-0 at half time to Leeds. You've got to say that Millwall won't be too worried about that. I mean, if it hadn't been for the own goal, Leeds would have still been 0-0. Millwall are still well in this, and I think if Leeds had got that second goal, it would have been a lot easier for them. As it is, it's going to be a nervy second half, especially if they don't get off to a good start like they didn't on Sunday. An early goal in this second half just to settle the nerves, and then Leeds can enjoy the rest of the game. Well, as it is half time, you can join in the live chat now, guys, if you want to. What do you think about that goal, that Pirro goal? I think it was a goal. I don't think that Aronson was offside, but if I'm wrong, you let me know. Tell me what you think. Don't forget as well to hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Hit the like button as well. It just helps the channel grow. And of course, get your comments in. If you want to join us for more live watch-alongs, hit that notification bell. You'll get notice of when we are intending to live stream again. I think the tea's gone cold now. Yep, definitely. So half-time, let's see what the other half-time scores are as we look at all the scores and fixtures so far. So we'll start with the Championship games. Half-time in Hull, it's 0-0. Hull City 0, Oxford 0. We'll go down to Portsmouth, and it's Portsmouth 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. I would have believed that, the way they performed against Leeds on Sunday, and they're a goal down to Plymouth, who are, is it the bottom side? If they're not far away. Half-time at Watford 1, Swansea City 0. And still 7 minutes to go in the game at the Bet365 Stadium, but it's Stoke 1, Blackburn 0. Vital win for Stoke if they do win it. Let's have a look at the scores in Europe so far. UEFA Champions League. So Lille 1, Borussia Dortmund 2. That's full time. That's on aggregate 2-3 to Dortmund. So they go through to the last 8 of this competition. That's the Emirates. It's Arsenal 2, PSV 1, 9-2 on aggregate. So I think Arsenal are well through on that. Aston Villa 0, Club Brugge 0, 39 minutes gone, as is Arsenal. So Aston Villa holding their own there with a 3-1 lead on aggregate. And Atletico Madrid beating Real Madrid 1-0, 2-2 on aggregate in the Madrid derby. So that's all the scores up to date as they are at the moment. Let's have a look at the possession stats for this game so far then, just to see if we can see that. I think the possession stats will probably show that it's been a bit closer than what you would actually imagine. Leeds have seemed like they've had a lot of the ball, but they've only had 5% more than Millwall have had in that half. Shots on goal, 4 to Leeds, 3 to Millwall. I can't really remember that one header from Cooper. Don't remember anything else. Attacking stats, shots 4-3, shots on target 1 for Leeds. Shots off target 3 and 3 each. Defensively might show something. 11 tackles to Leeds, 9 to Millwall. That proves that Leeds have been having to battle hard to win the ball back deep in their own half. Tackles won, 7 to Leeds, 3 to Millwall. And Millwall have committed a lot more fouls, almost double the amount Leeds have. Leeds 4, Millwall 7. Jewel's won 32-27 in Leeds' favour, so it's all been pretty close. Don't know what they're saying on the. I was going to have a look for what they were saying on the live text about the goal itself or the disallowed goal, but can't bother to find it. I invite everybody who's on the stream at the moment to give us their opinion on that disallowed goal. My opinion was that it was a goal. I don't think that Harrison was offside. I thought he was level. And I'm sure that we'll see that replay in a few seconds as they're going through the highlights of this first half. There it is. It's going to be in there now. Pirro through, put it onto his right foot and then just hit it into the top of the net, having got a 1-2 going with Aronson. I don't know what the rest of the commentators think, but I think that was a poor decision. Yeah, even the commentators are saying that it was level and that shouldn't have been given offside. Looking at Cooper's header there, it was virtually in the centre of the goal, about 7 yards out, and they did it 3 yards wide. It's Tanganga there, who just ran straight at Dan James. Why he did that, I don't know. The referee never spotted it though. Let us know what you think. Somebody must have an opinion on that offside goal. Well, think about Leeds' performance so far. They've worked hard to win the ball back from Millwall. There's no doubt about that. They haven't got Solomon or Dan James on the ball too often. I think that it's been fairly congested down those wings. I think that most teams now realise that Leeds score a lot of goals through Dan James and to a certain degree Manor Solomon, and so they're doubling up on those two players, and they're not seeing a lot of space, and that shows that Leeds are not creating the chances that they usually would do. They're having to be more direct through midfield, and maybe if they can stretch the play a bit more and get these players wide. They've got Bogle making his way down there to support Dan James on the right hand side, and Fairpost certainly doing his bit to support Manor Solomon on the left hand side. But I think we've only seen Fairpost get really advanced just the once, and Bogle just the once as well, and misplaced passes, and the chances disappeared. If you want to get involved in the live chat, let me know what you think about a final score. If you don't have anything to say about the offside goal or Leeds' performance today, I'm not sure whether Leeds' performance is any better than it was at Portsmouth. I just think that Portsmouth just performed better than Millwall have today. But Millwall certainly is still well in this, and Burnley and Sheffield United fans are going to be watching this and hoping that Millwall can strike back like the teams that you played last night did. Or can Leeds get a second early in the second half, settle things down, and then they can start to play the football and enjoy the game, knowing they've got a 2-goal cushion and they're going back to the top of the league. At the moment they are. They're still going back to the top of the league, but it's nervy at 1-0. I guess at the end of the day, they would settle for a 1-0, but that's going to be a nervy second half, and they'd want to get a second. Players will be back out in 5 minutes or so. You've still got time to go and subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. Hit that like button. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. You come to see me? Another Leeds United fan, a little four-legged Leeds United fan, come to see me. Aren't you, boy? You're all in your white kit again, aren't you? Yeah, boy. You're all in your white kit, aren't you? Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. No? Don't then. Come here. Come here. No, I know what you want. I know what you want, don't I? Yeah. The next Leeds game is against QPR on Saturday. If you can join us for that, we're live streaming that on Saturday lunchtime. And the next game after that will be the Carabao Cup final on Sunday afternoon. If you can join us for that as well, it'd be nice to see you. Sprinklers are on the pitch at the moment as if it needs any more water on it. It's rained a lot all day today. It's had some heavy showers. But the sprinklers are on. And that can only be to make the passing slicker. Because there's not water in the pitch now. I mean, it's just going to be no good. It's just must be for the slickness of passing. Leeds subs are out there. I can never understand why the subs at half time are out there warming up and passing up between them when you'd think they'd want to be in the changing room listening to what the manager's got to say tactically, but they never are. So they come out in the second half not really knowing what the tactical changes are. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Not many Millwall fans there tonight. It's a long journey for a night game, I suppose, coming all the way from London down to Leeds. There's only a handful of them there, which is a bit unusual. Keep going through that own goal that's got Leeds in front at the moment after, 3 minutes? Yeah, Aronson's just not offside. If you draw the lines in there, the defender, I think that was probably Cooper. Cooper was leaning towards the goal, playing Aronson on. It's a great finish by Pirro. On his left foot, just slipped it across to his right and then just hit it into the top of the net. I'm not far off the game getting started again now. I better just get my second half timer ready. Just bear with me a sec. There we go. There, all ready. Jensen just having a few shots hit at him. He's out. The goalkeeper's out early. I thought all the teams would come out when I saw the goalkeeper out, but the subs are still out there warming up. And Jensen, the Millwall goalkeeper, is out there having a few shots hit at him. But the rest of the teams are still nowhere to be seen. There we go. Millwall just coming out now. Just before the game starts, you've got your chance to get your final score predictions in. I've said 2-0. I said that at the beginning. 2-0 to Leeds. So my prediction's still on. But let me know what you think. Chance for you to get involved. Leeds is just coming back out onto the pitch now. I don't know if there's any substitutions being made. I think it's too tight to have done substitutions at the moment, I would think, for both teams. Leeds' next game at home after the break is Swansea at home after the international break. So Leeds' next game on Saturday is before their main rivals below them play again. So they could find themselves 5, 6, 7 points in front again. Certainly 5 in front of Sheffield. But we are away again now. Millwall played the ball forward, kicking from right to left in this second half. Ball's over on the far side. Fairpo there was fouled. Kundlu committed the foul. Strout's going to take it. Bogle comes short, gives it back to Strout. Strout plays it along the floor inside. It's laid off. It's Pirro laid it off. Played inside. Pirro tries to get the ball back. He just manages to get it down the line. It's Solomon's away now. He can cut inside. Can he on his right foot? He comes across. Headed at the back post, is it? No, it's Dan James. It's flicked away off his head. Brian who got the ball away. Tanaka's going to win the ball back though. Gives it back to Bogle. They can attack down that right-hand side again. Gives it to Bogle. Rothwell. Back to Tanaka. Tanaka plays it inside. Aronson gets Tanaka in. He's inside the box on his right foot. He gets a nudge in the back. Has a shot that's blocked, but Aronson's won the ball back again. Tries to lob it back in. It's hit high in the air. Rodon wins the header. It's humped out again by Cooper. It's Bogle. Goes all the way to Strauch and then all the way back to Melier. Hey, BB. Thanks for watching. How are you doing? All right. Enjoying the game so far? Rothwell tries to pick Dan James out on the right-hand side, but his pass is intercepted again. Simply Joy, thanks for watching. It's great to see you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Great game. Thanks for supporting the channel. It's much appreciated. Ball comes out to the left-hand side. It's Brian now. He plays the ball inside. Rothwell slides in, intercepts the pass, goes out for a throw. Throw to Millwall on this left-hand side. Brian throws it back. Goes to Cooper. Cooper goes all the way across to Tanganga. Thanks, Simply Joy. Always supporting. I know you're always there for us, so we do appreciate it on this channel. Cooper goes back across, almost intercepted by Dan James off the foot of Brian, but he gets it back to Cooper. Back across to Tanganga, back across to Cooper. Left-footed, he plays it down the line. It was Dinod who played it inside to Brian. Brian tried to go down the line to Aziz. Ball goes out. Rodon gets it back from Tanaka, gives it to Bogle. Bogle back to Tanaka, back to Rodon. Rodon's going to go back to Melier under a bit of pressure this time. Gives it back to Rodon. Headed out by Cooper. Tried to flick it down the line for Aziz, but it's too far in front of him. And the ball goes out for a throw to Leeds. Dan James almost away. The ball bounces in the air. Gets a push in the back. There's Solomon, but he's still got the ball. Fairpo's there supporting him. It's played inside. He was looking for Dan James there, but Dan James went on the same wavelength and they get it forward to Millwall. It sucks across to Aziz on his left-hand side. Pirro holds him up. Pirro working hard. Goes back into midfield. Mitchell, the substitute, to Cooper. Cross to Tanganga. Long ball left. Nobody there. Firpo heads it out. Picked up by Tanaka. Tanaka gets it away to Solomon now. Solomon's got a bit of space in front of him now. Leeds flooding forward into the box. He goes past Tanganga and it's a shot that's hit off the crossbar, was it? Was off the crossbar. I thought the keeper had saved it at first, but it hit the crossbar. Left-footed shot by Mana Solomon. Yeah, it was. I thought the keeper had got his hands up, but it was past him before he got his hands up and clips the bar and goes over for a goal kick. Good start to this second half by Leeds. Ball's played back down the line. It's turned out by Brian, who tries to get it down the line, but it goes out for a throw to Leeds. Dan James couldn't bring it under control. Aziz flicks it inside. Rothwell heads the ball to Strout. Back to Rodon, who goes back to Millier. Rodon will get that back. Plenty of space on this right-hand side. Flick inside from... Was it a foul? Aronson was caught there by Saville. I'm not sure whether they gave the foul or the throw. That was definitely a foul there. How come the referee didn't give that? Anyway, Leeds have the ball now over on the far side with Firpo. He plays it inside to Solomon. One touch to Rothwell. Rothwell goes across to Tanaka, more central now. So overlapping at the back post. He plays it, cuts it back to Tanaka, who just, I don't know what he's trying to do. But he's got the ball back as Aronson. Solomon wins the corner. Leeds have stepped up the intensity in this second half now, really putting some pressure on. They're looking for that early second goal. Rothwell's going to go across to the left-hand side to take this. Take us it short. Gives it to Solomon, who gets it back, does Rothwell across. He's got a chance of a shot as Rothwell. It's deflected in the air and out. Tanaka turns and he's back in. He's got a chance to cross it again. Looking for Firpo. It's cleared away again. Dan James has it on this right-hand side still. He's got two men in front. Flicks it inside for Tanaka. Tanaka has got a chance to cross from the right, but he's gone backwards and wins the throw. He had no space, did Tanaka. He did all that he could there. Throw's taken by Bogle. It's deflected high. Goes out over the touchline and off Aronson's cross, and it's a corner. Firpo just saying to the referee, watch the pushing. Referee having a quick word with Firpo. This Rothwell's going to take it from this right-hand side. It's going to be a right-footed away swinger, this one. The stroke there was it Cooper who had him round his neck there? I mean, and he's having a word with Strauch as well as Cooper. No, it's Cooper who's doing the fouling, not Strauch. They know the rules. I mean, if fouled him, he should just give a penalty. He's stopping him again. Corner comes in, goes to the back post, and it's hooked away. Cundlew cleared the ball all the way into the Leeds half. It's put back to Mellier by Bogle, and he goes wide for it, does Bogle, then gets the ball back on this right-hand side. Gives it to Rothwell. Rothwell cuts inside, centre of midfield now. Goes across to Fairpaw on the left-hand side. He plays it forward to Mano Solomon. Aronson makes the run, but Solomon cuts inside. Lays it back to Tanaka. Ball goes out to the right-hand side. Dan James plays it inside. Pirro now gives it to Tanaka. He gives it to Aronson, gets it back, does Tanaka. Goes out to Fairpaw on the far side. Back to Tanaka. Gets away from his man, does Tanaka. Plays the ball into Pirro, but Pirro can get it. Comes back to Aronson, who has a shot though. And that's dipping over the bar. It's a good effort though. The goalkeeper was worried about that because he was diving across. Just didn't get enough dip on it, didn't Aronson? That's only just over the bar, that. It's a good effort. Ball goes high. It's headed back inside, picked up by Mitchell. Lays the ball out to the right, looking for Harding, but Solomon's covered that run. And he gets the ball to Mellier, drills it long. Aronson got the ball to Pirro. Pirro makes himself a bit of space and lays it out to Fairpaw. Goes back to Aronson. Gives it to Solomon. Rothwell gives it back to Solomon. Left-footed cross chance here. It goes to the back post. There's no one attacking that back post. It's over Dan James's head. Bogle keeps it in and wins the throw. Off Aziz. Tanaka gives it to Rothwell. Gets it back. Tanaka. Aronson. Back to Aronson. Back to Tanaka. Back to Rothwell. Playing the ball between the three of them. Goes back to Aronson. Tanaka going backwards. It's a road on. Back to Tanaka. Tanaka crosses the halfway line. Then turns and goes back inside. Into the centre of midfield. Out towards the left. Gives it to Straucher. Gives it to Mano Solomon. He plays it inside to Fairpaw. Fairpaw has to go back out. Back to Strauch. Back to Fairpaw. Back to Strauch. Inside to Aronson. Aronson across to Tanaka, central. Halfway in the Millwall half. Back to Aronson. Aronson gets it back off Solomon, who came short for it. Gives it to Fairpaw. Back to Aronson. Probing Leeds. Fairpaw is away. Aronson. Jensen comes out. Well, it's a surprise to me that the referee's given a goal kick when it should have been a corner. Aronson got the ball through from Pirro into the box. His first touch was poor. Took him a bit wide. Just see what happened there. That was a corner. Another poor decision from the referee. Ball back with Jensen. Dan James again putting pressure on him. He's sliced his kick out. Fairpaw, good pass inside to Solomon, to Aronson. Pirro plays inside, but Bogle can't reach that. I didn't have the pace on to reach him, and it was intercepted, but Leeds get a throw deep in the Millwall half. It's played quickly to Pirro. He goes back to Tanaka, back to Pirro. Tanaka again. Going backwards, goes to the halfway line. Rodon. Tanaka. Aronson's pass is short, but they give it away to Millwall, and Rothwell picks it up. This time he had the chance to... Bogle was away on the right-hand side there, and Rothwell's hit it past him and out for a goal kick. Now, that was a pass that he should have picked out, and it was an easy pass as well. It wasn't a difficult one. Just hit it through the gap, not so hard. And he didn't. Leeds need that second goal. They've had 15 minutes of sheer domination in this second half and nothing to show for it. Rodon gets a piece of that ball, but it still bounces out for a throw in the Leeds half to Millwall. Millwall will be quite happy to have weathered that storm from Leeds there. Still 1-0. Tanganga. Cross to the right-hand side there. Goes all the way back to Jensen. Jensen chips it across to the left-hand side. It's Brian who plays the ball inside, but Leeds have won that ball back in midfield with Tanaka. He lays it out to Bogle on his right-hand side. Bogle's under a bit of pressure. Aziz has took the ball off him. His pass is inside, is intercepted by Tanaka. Then his pass is intercepted. Certainly the passing hasn't been crisp enough. Saville plays the ball inside. Norrie to Aziz. Cuts inside. Rodon wins the ball. Gets it away. As Mitchell's picked the loose ball in the centre circle. Solomon Manor. Solomon has picked it up. Dan James has got away there, has he? No, he tried to be a bit too clever with the ball. Tried to let it run by him and do a pyro. It was a great chance for a Leeds attack there. And Dan James didn't make the most of it. A couple of Millwall subs by the looks of things. So Harding's gone off. Kramer's come on. Dinoa has gone off. Imaku has come on. So that's the substitutions. Ball's with Jensen. Drills it out to the right. Fair pose up. Aronson wins the ball as it drops down. And it's at the feet of Strauch, who gives it to Melier. He goes out to the right-hand side to Rodon. Rodon gets the ball back from Aronson. It almost went out before he slid in and managed to stop the ball. As James has been brought down there. Sure, he's been pulled down. He has. The referee's seen that one. Jayden Bogle saying, how many more times is he going to get away with that? And probably quite rightly too. It's Brian. It's not tenacious play. The commentators are saying tenacious play. It's not. When you pull someone down, it's foul play. It's a free kick in a dangerous position, though. It's 3 or 4 yards outside the right-hand side of the Millwall box and about 20 yards out. Chance for Leeds to a bit of quality on a cross from Rothwell. His crossing hasn't been at the best. His free kick taking hasn't been at the best today. Chance for him to put one on in that one of the attackers can really have a run at. A right-footed free kick. Takes a couple of steps back. Going to swing one away from the keeper. And he comes now. It's another poor delivery by Rothwell. It's a flat one that was behind Dan James, who was the first man that it got to. And because it was behind him, it sort of like hit him on the back of the head and went high over the bar. And you've got all the big men, Strauch and Rodon at the back post. And Rothwell's free kicks have been that poor that they've never got there. Leeds have a throw in their own half on the near side, the right-hand side for Leeds. Jaden Bogle has it. Aronson lays it back to him. Plays it forward, does Bogle. Leeds try and pick the loose ball up. Can they make it? It's lumped forward. Rodon heads it back. Bounce. Aronson tried to get hold of it, but it's only succeeded in heading the ball out. Tanganga out to the right. It's played inside. Fairpo did well there, chasing back as the winger was trying to get behind him. Marked the run, got the ball. Dan James now skips inside one challenge. Can't evade the tackle of Kundle. And Millwall have run the ball back again. And given it away. Rothwell in the centre circle. Gives it to Fairpo, who's made a run inside. He gets out to Solomon. Solomon gets a cross in. It goes back to Solomon from the interception. He gets it across into the middle there, still battling for it. Tanganga gets it away. Rothwell brings it back to Rodon. Rodon's going to play it across back to Tanaka. Out to Dan James. Back to Tanaka. Turns one way, goes the other, gives it inside to Aronson. Aronson gives it to Rothwell. Aronson goes out to Strauch, gives it to Solomon on the far side, hugging the touchline. Got a chance to attack that byline again. It's inside the box, lays it to Aronson. Aronson's got another shot there that's deflected, goes wide, but it's a corner for Leeds. Wait for this corner to be taken from the right-hand side. It will be another Rothwell away swinger. And he comes now. Near post again. I don't know, it's gone out to him. He's got a chance into the box. He's got a chance of a hit left shot. It's not his best foot. You can see what he was doing. He was trying to swing it in at the back post, but he's just sliced across it and it's gone wide. Oxford have taken the lead against Hull City. Plymouth are 2-0 up against Portsmouth. Watford still 1 up. Stoke still 1 up. Foul in midfield there. Look at the Champions League. Arsenal still winning 2-1. Aston Villa have taken the lead against Club Brugge and are 4-1 in aggregate up now, so that's well done to Aston Villa. Atletico Madrid still 1-0 up against Real Madrid. That's 2-2 on aggregate. Trying to get Bogle in down the right-hand side, but it's overhit again, and it rolls out for another goal kick. And they have got space down the right-hand side for Bogle, but the passing to him has been woeful. Overhit all the time. Ball goes long, but it's out on the first bounce, and it's a throw to Leeds, just short of the halfway line on the far side. Aziz couldn't keep it in. He's swapped sides now. He's gone over across to the right-hand side. Fairpo takes it, gets the ball back. Rodon gives it to Melier. Mellier's going to go right-footed down the right-hand side, looking for Dan James. Dan James has got the ball, lays it inside to Aronson, a bit of space now, gives it across to Rothwell. Rothwell gives it to Solomon, plays it inside to Aronson. Aronson drifting towards the right-hand side, gives it to Bogle. Back to Dan James. Bogle got into the box, can get his cross in. No, he can't, but it's deflected. And why is that not a corner? How is that not a corner? I just can't understand. As he got into the byline there, that was a corner. What is the referee seeing that the rest of us are not? Anyway, the goal kick is taken by Jensen, right-footed. Rodon goes up for the header, but it goes out, and it's a throw to Leeds. Just excuse me a sec, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry about that, guys. Don't think I've missed anything. We're on the 78th minute and it's still 1-0 to Leeds. Not a lot going on. A few substitutes warming up. It's like Aziz is going off by the looks of things. Coburn coming on. Connolly coming on as well for Millwall. Ivanovic has gone off. Don't think I've mentioned Ivanovic all match. He's barely touched it. Aziz going off, trudging off, I think you could say. Looks a bit disheartened. Ten minutes to go. Ball goes high. It's won by Tanaka. Solomon on the left-hand side. He's got Pirro in support. Plays it into Pirro. Pirro gets a push in the back and then gives the ball away. And it's won back by Rothwell, who lays it down the line for Solomon, but he's not going to win that race. It's over again, overhit. Tanganga has it, gives it to Cooper. He's in his own box, drifting left, plays it in the inside left position, goes down and gets up again. Ball goes in quickly and the loose ball goes to Dan James, who cuts inside. He's brought down. Pirlo has the ball, so maybe the referee played a bit of advantage there. Bogle back to Pirlo, and he's quickly tackled. There's no space for these Leeds players. Bogle pulls the man down and gives the free kick. I think Daniel Farker probably needs to freshen this Leeds side up a bit, get some fresh legs in it, because Millwall just having a bit of pressure. Chance to get one in. Brian left-footed to the back post. Goes out for a goal kick. Cooper going up for the ball. Must have got a touch on it. I think if Leeds won this 1-0, then they would probably look at this and say, well, that's another of one of the difficult games out the way. And another 3 points back to the top of the championship. Job done. Move on to the next one. Melier taking his time over this one. High, halfway line. Ball's won by Fairpo, who hits it high into the air. It's over the top of Dan James and out for a throw. Millwall have possession of the ball, but it's in their own box at the moment. Fairpo flicked on by Solomon, headed forward by Cooper. Strout gets in there, wins the ball. Well done. Fair play. Solomon facing his own goal, has to go all the way back to Mellier, who drives it down the pitch first time. Looking for Pirro, but he was too far in front of him. Dan James now. Just had the ball taken off him. Quick into the tackle, the Millwall defenders at the moment. Fairpo's in on that one. Wins the ball back. Rothwell gives it to Fairpo. Fairpo's got a bit of space in front of him. I was not willing to run forward though. Gives it inside to Aronson. Aronson, his touch wasn't great, but he's kept control of the ball. The ball's had to go back though. Rodon. Tanaka. Plays inside to Fairpo. Fairpo goes out to the wing to Solomon. Manor Solomon checks back and gives it back to Fairpo. To Tanaka. Rothwell. Tanaka. Rodon. Pirro turns, lays it inside. Aronson drifts out to the right hand side. He's got Bogle with him. Gets it back, does Aronson. Goes back to Rothwell. Aronson. Tanaka. Aronson. Rothwell in a bit of space in the middle now. He's got players wide of him. He gives it to Solomon. Inside left position. Gives it to Fairpose on the outside. He cuts back in. Got a cross there. He's come to the back post. Solomon, yes, it's a great score by Tanaka. And Tanaka seals the points for Leeds. A cool finish. They could have thrashed at that and smashed it over the bar, but with his instep, he's put it into the top right-hand corner and Leeds are 2-0 up. And you can feel the relief around the team and the ground. It was well played by Aronson to engage with Bogle and create that space out wide. Fairpo, don't think he was looking to give it to Tanaka. He was looking to give it to Manor Solomon, but his pass went wide. Comes running onto it, there's Tanaka, and with his side foot, he gets a good bit of pace on it for a side-footed shot, and it flies past Jensen into the right-hand corner. It's a great goal. Now Leeds make the substitutions. Now the game is safe. Nonto's coming on. Gruev's coming on. Rothwell's going off. Rothwell's coming off. Gruev will come on for Rothwell. Solomon comes off. Nonto probably taking his place. Gruev takes Rothwell's place. Pirro working hard, deep in his own half, trying to force the ball back. Ball played down the right-hand side. Can't be kept in, though, and it's a throw to Leeds. Tried to turn with the ball. Simply Joy enjoyed that goal. What a goal. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, whoop, whoop. 2-0. 3 points back to the top of the league. Just what Leeds would have wanted. Not been the greatest of performances, but it doesn't matter at this time of the year. The win is the win. Looks like Ramazan is going to come on with just a couple of minutes to go. The rain is falling in West Yorkshire, Leeds there, but don't think anybody else will be worrying about that. Crowd are celebrating. Ball's driven high. It's a free head there. Headed forward. Dan James has got a chance to get through. Just couldn't get it under control, and Tanganga's managed to clear it, but only up to Fairpo. Goes back to Dan James, who's found himself out on that far side. Attacking the byline. That must be a foul. They just pushed him over. How is that not a foul? That was as obvious a foul as that penalty was on Sunday. It's pathetic. The referee's been awful tonight. He just put his hands in his chest and just pushed him down as he ran at him. How is that not a foul? Even the commentators are agreeing. Nonto has the ball. It's like Dan James has it on that left-hand side again. Been allowed to carry it. He puts a cross in near post, but Pirro can't get there. Ball's laid out to Aronson. Aronson has a shot that's blocked. It deflects out to the right-hand side. It's going to be kept in. Nonto goes to close down. And the ball's won by Tanaka on the halfway line. Tanaka drifting back is going to give it to Melier. No, he turns and gives it to Rodon. Rodon comes forward, gives it to Aronson, back to Rodon, inside to Nonto. Good play. Goes out to the right to Gruev, back to Nonto. The inside right position. Gruev again. Got a chance to attack that byline. Pirro has it, turns and the keeper got his foot onto it. Pirro again has got the ball on the edge of the box now. Gives it to Aronson. Aronson drifts to the right. Gruev is free if he wants it. He gives it to Nonto just inside the box. Nonto turns, tries to have a shot. It's blocked. It's cleared high in the air, not very far. Tanaka tries to bring it down. It goes out for a throw. Three minutes of added time. Dan James being given the rest of the night off. Matteo Joseph coming on. Ramazani coming on as well. Maybe Pirro coming off. Yeah, Pirro goes off. Should have had a goal in that first half. Wrongly written off for offside, but he's contributed well as Pirro today. Throw goes down the line. It's flicked on, goes high in the air. It's won by Gruev. Nonto battling for it. Matteo Joseph working hard to get to the ball. Ball goes out. Well, Gruev was convinced it was a throw to him, but the referee's given it the opposite way. That's given a free kick. For what? I don't know. I mean, he gives free kicks for nothing, and then when Dan James is pushed in the chest and pushed over, it doesn't give that. Very strange refereeing decisions to do. That's driven long across field to the right, brought down and played inside. Millwall going backwards with 1 minute to go. Leeds just playing this out now. Nonto plays it inside. Aronson. Back inside it can go. Played out to the left-hand side. Looking for Nonto, but it's over his head. He can't keep it in, and it goes out for a throw. headed away. Ball being taken into the corner by Leeds, given back to Nonto. Nonto lays it back to Fairpo. And that's it. Referee blows the whistle, and that's 3 more points to Leeds. Thank you all who's watched today. It was everyone who's joined the channel. Before you do leave, just please nip and hit the subscribe and the like button for us. It's been great to see you supporting the channel. I hope you'll be able to join us on our next one. If you hit the notification bell, you'll get exactly when our next one is. But until then, I've enjoyed the rest of the day, and we'll see you again on the next one.